everybody, and welcome to Renewable English Lesson 8. Today we're talking all about health and beauty. I'm going to start a little bit slowly today because we're waiting for some friends to come in from Mexico. And I've just got a phone call, which is always fun. I think that's somebody trying to sell me something. Hi everybody, feel free to throw your names in the chat box, say hello, say where you are, where you're watching from. As I mentioned, we've got some friends who are tuning in from Mexico today. I've just sent them the stream link across, so they might be here in just a moment. So I'm going to very slowly introduce the class today. How are we all? Tell me, how are you feeling? What's the weather like where you are? For me, it's pretty rainy and pretty miserable, so not too impressed with that one. While we're waiting for our friends to arrive, remind you about the website. It's in the description box below as well. Please come on down, come and see what we've got to offer. There's all sorts in there. There's even a little section about renewable English on the road. Now, today, I've just spent the last 2 hours with a wonderful school in Mexico. And it's been fantastic getting to know all the different students and talking all about plastics and what we can do to help the planet. YouTube, you know what to do. Click subscribe, click the bell, then you know where I am. I'll be right here in your screens every Thursday this time, which is 5 o'clock for me, 10 o'clock for you guys over in Mexico. If you're in the UK, it's 4 o'clock. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. On the socials, Renewable English, come and be part of our group. It's a lovely group on Facebook. We share our ideas on how we can help save the planet. And of course, Renewable English on the gram or on Insta. However I sound cooler, definitely choose that one. Just Instagram's fine, I imagine. So welcome, one and all. It's great to have you all here. We're going to start today, as we do most of our classes, with our quote of the week. I'll get to that very, very shortly. Our quote of the week. This week is from a very famous gentleman from India. And it says, "Earth provides enough for every man's need, but not every man's greed." Now, it's not specifically to do with health and beauty, but it does make me think about people who overbuy. So overbuy whatever kind of products, really. That overconsumption is something that really can be a huge problem. So Earth provides enough for every man's need, but not every man's greed. What do you think about that? How do you feel about it? Are you one of the greedy people? Do you buy too many things? Or are you one of the people that's thinking, do you know what? Maybe I don't need that much stuff. Maybe I could survive with a bit less stuff. So when we talk about health and beauty, then there's all the beauty products that we can get on the market. Maybe if we reduce that, then we'll have a better, healthier planet to live on. Hi there, Camilla. Hi, Yael. Nice of you to join us. Daniela, lovely to see you. You tuning in from Mexico City? If you are, I can't wait to come over and see you guys. That is the dream. Sebastian, hi there. Nice of you to join us. Thanks. Lovely to see you all today. Absolutely wonderful to have you here. Hi there, Katia, Angel. Lovely to see you all. Fantastic. Lovely to have so many of you here today. I'm going to look now at some really important vocabulary. Hi, Regina, Leonardo. Lovely to have you all here. I'm going to look here at some vocabulary. Now, the top one up there, cosmetics. Cosmetics, things like this. Now, I'm very sparing with this, but this, hi there, Ma, lovely to see you again. This is cosmetic. It's for my beard. I apply it once a day to keep it nice and soft. It's in a metal tin and it uses natural products. But I'd still like to have something that was a bit more natural. So if anyone can suggest a good vegan, sustainable beard balm, then I'm more than happy to listen. And also, of course, hi there, Iker, Diego. Lovely to see you all. Of course, this is made of wood as well. Deforestation. I mean, the name says exactly what it does there. Deforestation is the removing of forests. Now, the beauty industry does have a huge impact on this because palm oil, hi there Tanks, nice to see you, because palm oil is used, and to create palm oil they have to clear huge amounts of forests. Now, hi there, sheesh, nice one. To grow palm oil, they have to remove previous trees and grow it up there. And quite a lot of cosmetic products, use palm oil. In the interview, we're going to hear this word, a deep dive. Now, a deep dive is something that I have to do before all of my classes. A deep dive is when you go very closely into a certain subject and you research all about it. I'm very well, thanks, Tanks. Thank you for asking. So, yeah, a deep dive is when you look really closely into something and you really research it. It's not when you read a meme and then you go out and you say, yeah, guys, this thing's really bad because I saw a meme. If you do see a meme that sparks your interest, do some research. Find out, so filter the fake news from the real news, and pay attention to that. And the last one here is greenwashing. Greenwashing is something that's really, really, really big at the moment. And it's when a company say they're doing something for the environment, but really it's something very small. So they'll do something small and say, hey, look, we're using recycled clothing. We're using recycled plastic for our clothes, and still go on destroying and polluting. Petrol companies are really good at this, as are companies like Coca-Cola, when they throw out, we're going to make a bottle that's completely biodegradable, and go out churning out millions of bottles a day that end up on the floor, in the ocean, polluting the planet. So watch out for greenwashing. When companies say they're doing something good, but really they're not doing anything that great after all. So, next up we've got some Unfun Facts. And in Unfun Facts, we look at some of the negative things that happen in this area. So as you know, at Renewable English, we like to go through each unit of a textbook and look at the things that we don't find out in our English textbooks. So usually, when we look at fashion, we learn shirts, we learn fashion victim, we learn this kind of vocabulary. But we never jump deep. We never do a deep dive into how fashion and fast fashion can affect the environment. So here we're going to look at how beauty products affect the environment. And we're going to look at some unfun facts. And I'm going to hand you over to my very glamorous... More than 120 billion pieces of plastic are produced every year by the cosmetics industry. That's like every man, woman and child buying 15 items a year. Isn't it crazy? In a study by Science magazine, they found that the sprays from hairspray, perfume and so on could pollute as much as the fumes from a car. Up to 70% of cosmetics contain palm oil. It's not necessary, but they still use it. Chemicals such as BHA and BHT can not only kill sea life, but it can also cause genetic mutations and alter their behavior as well.
Finally, we're still in a time where testing on animals isn't seen as a problem by a lot of huge companies. It's just absurd.
Those facts aren't fun, are they? Let's be honest. I don't think anyone's going to be playing Fortnite right at the moment, Hadid, but maybe they will after the lesson. If you wouldn't mind not spamming the chat, that would be great. So, were you paying attention to the Unfun Facts? Let's see if you think these statements are true or false. Are they true or false? Are they true or false? I don't know. Let's have a look. What do we think? Number one. Thank you very much, Justin. The beauty industry creates 120 billion pieces of plastic every year. Is it true or is it false? Is it true or is it false? I don't know if it's true or it's false. True, true, true. Very good. So that's like everybody on the planet having, a whole bunch of materials. Do we need that many? I don't think so. And the really annoying thing about it is those tiny plastic things. You can't reuse them. There's no way of reusing them at all. Absolutely no way of reusing them. So it's kind of a massive waste of plastic, let's be honest. A massive waste of plastic. Very good for all of you who said that was true. So, fact number 2. Is it true? Is it false? Fact number 2. 20% of products contain palm oil. True or false? What do we think? Is it true or false? 20% use palm oil. 20% to use palm oil. 20%. We've got some people saying true. What do we think? True. 20%. 20% using palm oil. Sorry, don't worry about it. It's okay. Lots of people saying true. I'm going to flick back here. Have a close look. Is it 20%? It's not 20%. It's 70% of products use palm oil. 70%? 70%? That's like going into your bathroom and 7 out of 10 things having palm oil in it. 70%. It's crazy. And the thing is, palm oil is a really effective oil. And you do get a lot of oil out of the palm fruits. But the problem is they're not done properly. It's not a sustainable growth the way they're doing it. They're clearing mountains and mountains and mountains of land, and 70% of products have palm oil in it. Try and avoid palm oil wherever possible. It's even in Nutella. Yeah, 70%. Would you say they're fun facts or are they unfun facts? So that one was false. It's actually 70%. Sheesh indeed. That's what I'm going to say. It is a big sheesh. Okay, next up. Chemicals in beauty products can cause strange behaviour in sea life. Chemicals in beauty products can cause strange behaviour in sea life. Or marine life in general. It's true. So there were two different ones there, as we can see. The BHA and BHT have been seen to produce. They can produce deformities. They can produce strange behaviour. They can produce all sorts of problems within sea life. And it's really easy for these products to get into the sea. That's the biggest problem. Is you have a shower. It goes off you, it goes down the drain, and bam, out it goes into the ocean, or out it goes into some kind of water system. So there's not really any way of avoiding it. And another problem is those products, They're going into your body. Now, I was speaking to Copan School in Mexico just a moment ago, and one person said they make their own deodorant and stuff like that. I think it's a brilliant idea because you don't need those chemicals in your body, and if they make frogs do crazy things, they're probably going to make humans do crazy things as well. So I think if we can avoid it wherever possible, probably a good idea. Next up, we've got our interview with Stella Abril. She's a fashion expert and a beauty expert. And we had a quick chat about the problems with beauty and the problems with these different areas. So pay close attention because there are 3 questions coming up right after this interview. It's 3 minutes, so you're going to have to concentrate the whole time. And one thing, before I do start, I've written her podcast as Change Is Now. It's actually Change Is Now. And it's a wonderful podcast. You should tune in, have a listen, and learn all about sustainable fashion, fast fashion. And she's there in Arizona. So those guys who are there in Mexico, she's just up there, not that far away. Certainly a lot closer than I am. So when we're ready, it's time for our expert interview. I have got a super special guest today, Stella Abril. She's the host of the Change Is Now podcast and the president for the Arizona Sustainable Apparel Association. And if it's okay, Stella, I'm going to ask you a few questions about beauty and the environment.
It's absolutely okay. Thank you for having me, Harry.
I'm going to jump straight in with the questions. What we'd like to know is what inspired you to go eco?
I would allow myself to be sort of greenwashed, right? And so maybe 4 years ago, I decided to begin researching my clothing, my beauty products, kind of everything that I use, and just doing a deep dive. And I was overwhelmed with the amount of chemicals and toxins in our products and clothing and the lack of regulations in place here in the United States. So I decided to use what I had left of all of the toxic stuff and began replacing one item at a time with something a little more eco-friendly. And so for me, it was the health impacts of what we were putting on our bodies.
My next question is, how can we inspire people to use more eco-friendly hygiene and beauty products?
I think the biggest thing, right, is creating awareness. It's huge. Most people rely so heavily on the labels and brands and companies to be transparent when most of them, unfortunately, are just, they're not. So really, we have to be our own advocates for health and everything and ask questions, be conscious about what you are choosing to put on your body, what you're choosing to consume overall. And then I tell people, to really avoid becoming the expert for someone else. There's a million ways to be a conscious consumer and no one way is perfect.
How are traditional beauty and hygiene products bad for the environment? In what ways?
You have to imagine that all of these toxins that we're putting on our bodies end up somewhere else, right? Down the drain, in our rivers, oceans, soil. So the same impacts that are happening to us, the animal life and the plant life also absorb these toxins, and they are impacted genetically and developmentally just like we are. There's a change of behavior and death in, fish and aquatic species. There's different genetic mutations in amphibians. In the beauty industry, everything is packaged with plastic, absolutely everything. And you get tiny little bottles that oftentimes cannot be refilled. And so those take decades to biodegrade. And so you really have to take a moment and think, one, yes, can I refill this bottle with something different? But what am I refilling it with, right? Is it just as toxic as, the bottle itself? Then you may have to take a step back and reevaluate.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a real pleasure. I feel enlightened even after this short talk. And I'm going to go and reassess certainly my shampooing habits, even though I don't need to do it all that much anymore. So thank you so much for joining us today, Stella.
Thank you for having me here.
Wow, there we go. So now time for some questions. Hopefully you were all paying close attention there. Can you see anything different, first of all? Did you notice anything different? So, first question. Question one. Question number one is, she said she went eco because she was allowing herself to be what? She was allowing herself to be... What's the missing word? She went eco because she was allowing herself to be... Boop. Thank you very much, Enrique. I do try. Anyone want to guess in the chat box? Anyone want to guess in the chat box? She was allowing herself to be. It was one of our special words at the start of this session. She was allowing herself to be. Starts with G. Grr. Grr. Anybody? I just went grr. I sounded a bit like a tiger. I'm not a tiger. She felt she was allowing herself to be green. She was allowing herself to be green. Green. I'm going to say it for you. I'm going to put you out of your misery. She was allowing herself to be green washed. Yes! Paz Clarissa, you did it. She was allowing herself to be greenwashed. She was just ignoring all of these things. Really good. She was allowing herself to be greenwashed. So she was just ignoring all of the problems and seeing what the company said and just going ahead with it. Very good. A nice little dab there. I like that. What did she say was a good way to inspire people, particularly with beauty products? There are lots of ways to inspire people because, you know, improving the environment, it's not just about health and beauty. If you have a look back at our previous 8 lessons, there's all sorts of other things we can do. But she said there was one thing we could do, the key. What do you think the key is? And it's what I'm trying to do here at Renewable English. And it's what we're trying to do at the Pearson with the Speak Out for Sustainability. We also have a live class tomorrow, by the way. So tell me, what is the best way to inspire people? Is it to say, what you're doing is stupid, what you're doing is bad, and shout and point fingers and shame and guilt? The best way isn't to do that, is it? It's to raise, what do we need to raise? We need to raise people's, say good things, yep, good, you say good things to them, and you raise their, with YouTube, it's one option, of course, thanks. To raise their, raise their awareness. Enrique, you got it. Well done, Enrique. Good job, Enrique. Which is technically my name in Spanish. Well, my name in Spanish would be Kike, but don't worry about that. That's just irrelevant. The last question. Now, this one is a bit easier. What was the area that I said in the interview that I needed to work on? Right at the end of the interview, I said it. Any guesses? What was the area? What was the area? What was the thing that I needed to change? What did I need to change? I needed to change. I need to change. I need to change. I'll give you a clue. I need to change something that I use on my head. Shampoo! Very good, Path Clarissa. I had to change shampoo, and I have, by the way, since I did that interview, I have changed shampoo. But very soon, my shampooing habits, very good, even more accurate there, Marlene Gonzalez. Brilliant, wonderful. just to tell you now, in the last lesson of the class, so lesson 12 of Renewable English is going to be on the 24th of June. So we're going to have the class. It's all about celebrations and sustainable celebrations. And after that, I'm doing a fundraiser for Kids Against Plastic, and I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to shave my head live on Instagram and YouTube. So you guys are more than welcome to come along. I'll send your teachers the links. I'm going to shave my head and try and raise as much money for charity as possible because I'm a bit lacking on top. And after that, I won't even need shampoo. It's brilliant. But don't worry, if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Facebook, I'll be warning you constantly that that's coming up. Because that's where to find me. I'll be warning you about that, so you'll be able to watch me cry live on air as I say goodbye to the hair that's been here for the last 37 years. So, we're really nearly at the end of the class now. I'm going to give you some of Ali's top tips now. I didn't share them this week on Insta. I only shared the images. But if I were you, go to the images on Instagram, check out the last one if you want to see me, and I've got half a beard. If you want to see half beard Harry, check out Instagram and you get to see those pictures. So I'm going to hand over to the most wonderful young renewable of all, Ali, with her top tips.
Hi, and welcome to Ali's Top Tips. Look closely at the ingredients before you buy. Ding. Buy your cosmetics from sustainable brands. Get refills for your shower gel if you don't have time to make your own. Look for companies with a recycling policy. Let your face be naked from time to time. Beauty isn't skin deep. Thanks for watching. Bye!
So, there we had it. When you're live, you can't make those mistakes on air. That was Ali. She's our top tipper. You can check out all of her top tips on the YouTube page. They're all there. Excuse me. There we go. You can check out all of her top tips. She's got loads for all of the different classes. Next week, we're talking all about travel, and we're going to look at some eco travel options. But for now, that's about all we've got time for. Now I've got time to make a planet promise. I, Harry Waters, promise to reduce my use of plastic cosmetic products. I, Harry Waters, promise to reduce my use of plastic cosmetic products. Now, you guys feel free to put in your ideas in the chat box over there, or you can use the hashtag Renewable English, or you can follow on Insta and throw them over there. Please do feel free to get involved. And also, if you want, Renewable English is completely free, and it will be completely free forever, no matter what. But if you do want to donate something, please do pop in here and maybe buy me a coffee or two if you really want. It's been so lovely having you all here today. It's been great. I can be your English teacher, Justin, and you can come along every week. I'd love to have you guys here. It's been lovely. I can't see my friends at Kids Can this week. I've been missing you guys. I wonder if you're there hiding in the background. So that's me. Now, the website, of course, renewableenglish.com. Get on there. All of the old lessons are on there. All the top tips are on there. I'll chuck it in the chat box. It is also in the description box. There we go. And of course, the old social media. Please do come along, follow us on social media, come along to these classes. And tomorrow, big reminder, tomorrow, Pearson and BBC Studios Speak Up for Sustainability. There is a lovely live class coming up. Some weird guy with a beard's going to be doing it, so I'll see you there. But for now, that's all we've got time for. I have had so much fun with you guys. Mexico, hats off to you. You guys rule. please do come along every week. It's been lovely having you here. Great having the chat there. Time for the outro. Get ready for the wonderful music coming from Tommy Cassette or Tommy Century City or Tommy Bad Money, the greatest musician of all time who created my music for me. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the chat box. Now it's time to say goodbye.